Is this right?
Well, we're going to find out.
Okay, someone's fan is on.
I'm still
I can
muted.
hear a fan. You're still muted? What do you mean you're still muted?
Yeah. Like on the stream, I'm still muted. Hang on. I'll go turn my fan off just to be sure.
I was like, for once, I hope it's not me.
I think I can hear all of you.
My fan is officially off.
I hope that doesn't mean you're going to overheat, please. No overheating.
I'll be okay. Okay, let me unmute my mic and unmute this so that they can hear you guys. Okay, so on my stream, right? If you're listening in, I don't think he is. I see it. Maybe he is. I don't know. I see.
You hear everyone? So Ellie K hears everyone. Ellie K.
Jessie Cat only hears me.
Okay. Ellie K hears everyone.
Right? Here's all three. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're hearing it from Raven, that's fine.
Okay. Yay!
Woo!
Everyone's on. Woo! We actually started with everything working. Okay.
Yes.
Sort of.
Everything was working. Everything is fine. Nothing is at all broken. Hi, welcome to Three Squirrels in a Bucket, the podcast that totally started on time this time. Yep, totally, absolutely did. I'm your host, the Naoiko, or Nao for short.
Who is a little fox today?
I'm in fox mode because PNG Tuber was the way we had to go because camera issue with VTube Studio. I said, meh. So we go back Fox. Mm-hmm. So yes. But yes. To introduce
there's no one boxing.
To introduce the other squirrels, we have on the left, or my left, we have Maenah, who is drinking some sort of delicious beverage. And on the right, we have a very, very eepy Raven.
Of all days to be EP at 2:30.
I mean, right? Who's EP at 2:30 in the morning? Right? Who's EP at that time? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Who's tired that time? Right?
I went to a concert.
I feel like this is
very
kind of like not usually me. That's who exactly. LEK, exactly. It's like of all the days to choose to be EP at 2:30 a.m., it's gotta be today. Like why?
It's okay.
That's normal. That's normal people behavior. Like
I am a cat.
10 o'clock is late for me.
I am cat. This is Zoomies time, not EP time.
There. I zoomies. I made myself bigger so I take up more of the screen. Because I needed more screen, apparently. Bring up that. Okay, so sorry about that, everybody. Our podcast is about us trying everything humanly possible to stay on topic, and thus far, we are not succeeding. Or are we? I don't know. You be the judge. So our topic this week, because we have one of those, I promise, is travel. We all love it. We all hate it. Traveling is just part of life if you want to actually do something and not just
Maenah, I blame Maenah for my distraction because now I'm like, where the hell is my cryptid? Where's my reversible cryptid? I can't find my reversible cryptid.
We're already off, chat. We're off.
Yeah, we have a topic. We do.
I blame Maenah. Maenah's wearing the Maenah's wearing the reversible plushie on her head, and I can't find mine.
Okay, so Raven goes on an adventure to figure out where her plushie went. Also, I guess I'll start us off. So, like, I do enjoy travel, and I have learned that as somebody with mobility issues, it can be a different experience than most people get to have. For those of you guys who don't know, I do have back issues. Some days are better than others, and some days I am not able to stand. So, traversing things like an airport or hiking or anything like that, it is not exactly easy to do as far as travel is concerned. So I have to take into mindset that whenever I go to travel, I have to make sure that I have a place that I can sit, like a walker or a wheelchair. I have to make sure that, oh good, she found it. I have to make sure that I have my electrolytes planned, and if it's like air travel, I have to make sure that I have access to be able to, do that since you can't bring liquid with you. I have to do all kinds of planning with mine, so it becomes more of an event than just travel per se. So now that Raven has returned with a cryptid on her head, Raven, whenever you travel, are you able just to pick up and go? What's your go-to for that?
Nah, I'm pretty much like in similar boat as you. So it's I have to pack all the mats, I have to pack the electrolytes and stuff. Which, by the way, if you have a vacuum sealer, do you know that you can buy those foil packs to like seal your little packs of electrolytes and stuff, so you don't have to bring the whole container? Because I know if you're traveling in the US or to the US, you can't bring powders. So you can't bring a jar of powder, which the electrolytes tend to be in. It's a jar of powder. And for me, because I can't have artificial sugars, the things that usually come in the sachets by themselves, the little boxes of little packs, those tend to be flavored and have artificial sugar, so I can't have those. So what I wound up doing is I found where I can get the little like foil packs that you can vacuum seal, and I pack like the electrolytes, and I usually my electrolytes, I usually mix a bit of creatine and taurine into it as well, to make sure that all the macros are taken care of. So I put all of that in, and then I seal it up. And the other thing is also because I don't digest meats very well. So animal protein is hard for me to get when I'm traveling, because if I eat too much red meat, I'm just going to get indigestion, and that's not going to end well. So another thing that I seal into little packs is actually bone broth. So before traveling, it's like bone broth, electrolytes, all the antihistamines that I own, or some stomach stuff for in case I eat the wrong stuff, and then bring charcoal pills, and then there's like 300 different powders and medications to pack first before I even get to the clothes.
Hold up. I gotta rewind just a little bit there, if you don't mind.
Uh-huh.
Bone broth is liquid, correct?
No, they come in powder form.
Oh,
so I seal all of them in little powder forms. So I have like a larger one for the bone broth with flavoring.
Can you come here a second?
And then there's a smaller one that's the electrolytes. So, and then they're all like little sachets.
I don't know that we have a command for you, my dear.
In my... What?
Cat.
Ginny's here.
Hi, Ginny. That's a cute butt, Ginny.
Oh, there's the other half the butt.
Yeah!
Kitty.
Everyone say hi to Ginny.
Hi, Ginny.
Hi, Ginny.
There go my lights. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
But yes.
It's a weird time of day because my plant lights turn off.
So, I don't know why my brain did not process the fact that bone broth was powder form. I don't know why. My brain thought bone broth must be liquid. Durr.
I mean, you can get them in liquid form, like liquid concentrates, or you can get them in powder form. I have the powder form. So that's kind of the ones that we bring. But I think you can actually get them in a liquid concentrate as well, if that's what you're after.
Okay.
And yeah, like Riot says, broth implies liquid.
I'm learning something new. I feel smart. So, Maenah, you've done some traveling, I think, recently, or at least short-term traveling. What is your
short-term? Yeah.
What is your typical go-to when you start traveling?
I guess it depends on what you mean by go-to. Mostly because going all the way back, I'm really great at planning stuff incorrectly. If that makes sense. I'm very good at planning if it's incorrect. So our honeymoon, when we got married, Mr. Maenah and I wanted to stay at a hotel that wasn't like a number or a chain. Like, I wanted to do something exciting.
Well, you weren't looking for like Motel 6?
Yeah. I wanted to do something. Ginny, please, I'm telling a story.
They leave the light on for you. Or is that Motel 8? I don't know. One of those.
Incorrect. Axel is on because correct. I found this place. It was great. It was like not a chain. It was a one-off. And it wasn't until after I booked the whole trip that I looked at the map. And for those that are in the United States, we went to San Francisco for our honeymoon.
Uh-oh.
Is right. Y'all know where this is going. I booked a hotel in Tiburon, which is 45 minutes around the bay from San Francisco. So we had to go all the way around every day we wanted to do anything. Cross the Golden Gate every day, like that level of incorrect. And the worst part, here she comes again. Hi, just come be part of the stream. I am boat sick, so it's not like I can take the ferry.
Oh dear.
I get incredibly boat sick, so we had to drive around every single day. Child, please.
Hold on.
So,
I have to address this, and I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like literally the autistic side of my brain going, hold up. Boat sick? Isn't that just called seasick?
yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Yep. Nope, you're good. It's like, if I'm in this much water on any sort of vessel that's not like a pool floaty, I'll get super nauseous.
Same. No judgment.
So,
I don't
so yeah.
get sick, but then I'm the weirdo. I get bus sick and car sick and everything else sick, but see, no problem. Might have something to do with the fact that I used to be a rower. You know, I roll the boat. I can't get motion sickness from the boat, otherwise we're not going anywhere, and I'm not winning medals. So I don't get seasick, I just get everything sick. Everything else sick. So buses are bad, trains could be bad, cars long distance are bad. So I have specific spots that I want to sit in because otherwise I will be in trouble. Turn my mic up. Am I very soft? Am I soft?
I can hear you just fine.
But I don't.
I hear fine.
Hang on.
Okay.
Not to you? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, because it's like all our levels are hitting the red on OBS. Like, I tuned it so everybody is like completely blowing the audio out.
It's okay, Puzzle. It's okay.
Guys, it's a mess.
You were trying to help.
It's okay, Puzzle.
Yeah, you were trying to help.
It's always
don't
easy.
We appreciate you.
May is a bit louder than me. Okay, I can tune May down because May used to be softer than everybody else. So I had to
turn me down.
push it all the way up. But today May is
It's
a
a
bit
mess.
louder than usual. So okay.
Oh my god.
I think we're all mostly in the same zone. Now say something.
Say something.
Okay, I think we need to bring now up a little bit up.
Science again.
Okay,
I will
I think we're all in the same zones now, unless I
Science
yell.
again.
As it says, May, quiet, when?
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but can I just like grandstand really quick? Acid is getting married in September, and I get to go to his wedding. And I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So, congratulate him for everything.
Acid, we're also learning maybe be extra careful about planning where your hotel is if you get motion sick or seasick.
Yeah.
Maybe
but
check
also,
the transportation
could you double check Maenah's plans when she's going for your wedding? Just double check her plans so she's not going to a completely different city. What? There are cities with the same names in the United States, okay? I know that much I know. So,
we also she needs to avoid bananas.
Thankfully, it's just like, it's a straight shot, like, north from where I'm at. Like, we don't have to traverse very far for this one. Like,
no Golden Gate bridges.
Yep, no Golden Gate. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I have never seen a bill for us going over the bridge as many times as we did. Because we did it like 4 times a day the whole week we were there.
Were you in a rental car?
No, we were in my car. But from what I've heard,
she totally got a bill. Yes, the government. She paid.
I know, right?
Yes.
No, from what I've heard, if you're in like foreign plates, which is to say, I had my non-California plates on my car.
Oh, Riot's telling on you.
He was like, listen, I'll find all of you. Don't rat me out. I was prepared to pay.
Yourself out. You are announcing it to the internet.
Like the banana story where you said, "Hey, I don't want anybody else knowing this," and then you tell the podcast,
and then I told Bob the story, and then everyone knows, and now
lots of
my coworkers know now too. They're gonna start showing up here and be like, "What is happening?" This is my life.
We love you, Maenah.
I tried to pay, is what I'm saying. And I never got a bill. And I think it's because I had Colorado plates on my car.
So I'm not.
If you are legally not required to pay, then
I'm just going to tell you, my time living in Cali, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. But what little bit I do know about Cali is that if the government thinks that they can get money from you, they will get that money. So do not think that they're going to give you a free pass.
And now you just announced to the entire internet.
Yeah.
Do I have to cut this part out of the VODs?
No.
Maybe.
No. Find me, California. I'll pay you.
Yeah, I have no affiliation or financial obligation to the entity and friend known as Maenah. I pay all my bills. My taxes are paid on time. I am a good little fox.
I don't even live in the US, okay? So don't come for me. I don't even live there. I'm in the wrong country for this shit. I have nothing to do with any of this.
TBH. Statute done. This was, God, how long have I been married? 10 years?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I pay all my bills on time. I'm a good
Cali government. I have no connection to me.
Nobody is connected to me. This was my mistake. For the government, for everyone and anything that cares. It is me and me alone that has made this mistake. Oh God.
Do we need a commission Pat again?
Yes, probably. Do we have a lawyer? We need
this time. No promises. My wallet. Like off topic on my part. So. This is not a
joke
brag.
on my own drink.
This. Don't choke, Maenah. This is me not bragging, but in case anybody needs to know this information, if you were like me and a giant fan of the Okami series that was on the PlayStation 2 originally, and were really looking to get the soundtrack on vinyl, but whenever it came out, didn't know about it because you were broke like college kid, by the time you found out about it, it was selling for over $3,000 as a used copy. If you are one of those people like me, and you have been still wanting that soundtrack, they are doing a reprint for the 20th anniversary with collector's edition like art put in it, and it is currently up for pre-order until I think the pre-orders close like mid-May. So yeah, just take that information as you will.
So I guess you now already prepaid for the pre-order.
Oh yeah, it was in euros because it's coming from a European thing, but they do ship to the US.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 90 something euros if it tells you, or 900 something. I don't know. It was like in USD, it was just under $200.
It was big number. But that would that be including shipping and everything? Because that should be including shipping everything.
Yes. That's shipping, and they added a little bit extra for tariffs.
Oh, they
said you came here for this actual.
Okay,
but I have already put aside a little bit of extra. So if whoever delivers it comes to my house and says, "Hey, I need a check for X amount for the tariff for this thing," I'll be like, "You suck, but also it's not your fault. Let me give you a check."
Yeah, that's good prep.
So now not buying anything for a couple weeks. Now be taking easy time and be like, ramen good, yeah. But now Happy Fox. Now it's a Happy Fox, so no complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but if anybody's interested and you like Okami a whole freaking lot like I do, and you want that set of like a bunch of different vinyls, because it's not like one, it's like I think it's like 3 or 4 vinyls on it, plus like the collector set and everything that it comes with. Yeah. Anywho, I digress. Back on topic. Squirrel.
What LK said though, the record is traveling, so it still counts as travel.
That's true. It does. It's traveling. It is. I think it's coming from somewhere in the UK, but I haven't looked to be truthful.
Okay.
I will never get to visit the UK most likely in my lifetime because, like, I don't have a passport yet. Keyword there being yet, because I'm going to get one.
Yeah, you're going to have to get one if you're in Japan, so, you know.
Yep,
you should,
yep.
Once you get it, you can travel to the UK. Because I heard that there are actually gluten-free bakeries in the UK. And there's a gluten-free truck. Baked goods truck in Dublin. I need to go visit Stroops. And then visit like all the friendos in the UK to eat food.
Raven, you said there's a gluten-free truck, and the first thing my brain was like, "You're not supposed to eat vehicles."
We are all EP here. I'm not eating the truck.
It's like 2 a.m. plus for Raven. I just got off of a full day shift, and I've been up since like 4 a.m, roughly, give or take.
Maenah
is currently like 9 o'clock.
Most functional person in this chat right now.
I'm the most functional, but the most broken at the same time. Like, it is so unfair.
So it's 3:05 a.m. Well, yeah, now it's 3:05. Axel knows. Axel is actually 1 hour behind me on the time, so Axel is like, I know what time it is. Also, Axel, why the hell are you awake, man?
I was just thinking that. Like, I appreciate you being here, Axel, but why aren't you awake?
Thank you, Axel, but also yes. May is always so polite, and you're like, hello.
Listen. Yes.
But also,
my shit never works. It never works.
I feel like now needs to be the center point between the two of us, because you know how we were talking about Maenah doing everything wrong with the travel planning? I'm the complete opposite. I check things like 300 times over, and then I have a whole anxiety attack for a whole week before the travel, because what if I didn't pack enough things? What if I didn't get this right? What if the thing doesn't work out? It only stops once I am on the plane. Because I know I got everything else right. I'm always like, I have all of these things. It doesn't matter if it's a 1-day trip. It doesn't matter if it's a 1-week trip. The anxiety is the same amount. However, if it's more than 1 week, someone needs to take me away from planning. Because I would have packed the luggage like 3 times over by the time by the time we are like 2 days away from traveling.
I'm like Axel. Axel says my panic attack doesn't start until I land at my destination. I'm like that, but instead of saying it doesn't start until I land, it doesn't stop until I land on the trip home.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I'm usually like for me it stops the moment I am on the plane to the destination. Like once I'm on the correct plane, then the anxiety stops, which backfired sort of during the trip that I went to deliver the bonus shark to Glenn, because what happened was everything that could go wrong went wrong. I stopped panicking, and then everything that could go wrong went wrong. Not completely wrong, but it's sort of like that. Instead of a crit fail, it's just like it's just this close to failing.
Because a 3.
So a 3 or a 2 kind of like, out of a D20.
Yeah.
So what happened was, so I boarded the flight to get to Helsinki, and there was no food available at the airport. Or rather, there was no. I had food already, but there wasn't anything. No, wait. Yeah, no, I thought I was gonna have food at the airport. I actually went there early, and then I realized I remembered the layout's a little bit wrong. And there was only like a cafe. They had gluten-free, but their gluten-free was a set salad bowl. So there was gluten-free food that I could have in that terminal, because that's one of the smallest terminals in Stockholm Airport, with the most outdated everything. So there was food, but it wasn't very nice food. So I could have had something, but I didn't, because I was like, I have 1 hour layover in Helsinki before I take the bus to continue on the trip. So I was like, you know what? Looks up the Helsinki airport plans and everything. It's like, okay, there's a lot of different options, some of which actually has gluten-free options and all that I know of. So I'm gonna wait till I go to Helsinki to have food, because it's only a 1 hour flight, no issue, right? The flight actually landed a little bit early. It landed 10 minutes early. My luggage was missing.
Oh,
My luggage went on walkies. So
that's not supposed to do that.
That whole 1 hour, my luggage was on walkies. And I basically had 5 minutes. By the time I located my luggage, I had 5 minutes to sprint to the bus, which means I did not get food.
I have to ask, since your luggage went walkies, does that mean the boner shark grew legs and went walkies?
The luggage was trapped behind the scenes for the whole time. So I was basically panicking, and I was like trying to figure out where the hell my luggage was. And then eventually they found it part of the reason why we found it was also because I have Apple AirTags in all my luggages and everything. So I could see on my phone that it is in the airport. I know it has arrived with me. So this is what I mean by I kind of do the complete opposite of Maenah. It's to the point of what I do is I have Apple AirTags on all my luggages and everything. So when I get on the plane, I am obsessively staring at my phone with the find my objects, find my items on, because even in airplane mode, you can see whether it's with you. That was all that I was looking for. And once I see that the luggage has stopped loading, I will like panic refresh until I see that my luggage is with me. And then I can relax. That's the point where I'm like, okay, I'm chill. Because my luggage is with me, which means it has to go to the same place as I do. And then after I land, the first thing I do is basically open my phone again. Once I get Wi-Fi, I open my phone again, and I'm staring at it until I see that it has landed also. So I knew my luggage was in the correct place, or rather in the correct airport. My luggage was offloaded. It was no longer in the plane. But where the hell is it? So really nice airport staff was like looking at that, because it's pretty accurate once you're in a populated area, because it's kind of like bouncing its location off Apple iPhones as well. So what happens is we had a few shops to use as like pointers on where roughly the luggage is. So we actually managed to hunt it down at that point. And then I picked it up and I was just running for the bus because I had 5 minutes to get up the bus. Otherwise, the bus was gonna leave without me, and then I have to call Glenn and scream.
Yep.
So I made it up the bus, but then it was basically, I think it was like a 2-hour bus ride. So the whole time I was texting Glenn, I was screaming, and I was like, I need food immediately once I arrive because I am starving. So yeah,
it was a ravenous.
It's like
there was
it was
ravenous. Yes, it was a ravenous. It was a ravenous raven.
Yeah, it was a bit of a thing, but also it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But it was a bit of a thing. And the other thing was also I always assume that there's no food for me, so I always have snacks. So I did have snacks, but I was still hungry because I didn't want to eat all my snacks all at once. So I was like, while on the bus, I had some snacks that I was snacking on, but I was like, I need to save some snacks for on the trip back as well, because I didn't know whether I had time to buy more snacks before I'm on the return trip. So
yep, that makes sense.
So I was like trying not to finish all my snacks at once. So I was texting Ken, I was like, I am hungry.
Bring me food when you come grab me.
Oh, it wasn't bring me food because the bus station was like right next to a big mall that Glenn hates.
Oh, perfect.
But I was like, you have no choice. I'm hungry. We are going to get food.
You know what? Yeah. At that point, it's like, there is food over there. Yeah. I'm going.
And it's a mall, so there was quite a few different places, and there was a sushi buffet place, and I feel like they were pretty happy with the two of us, or surprised, I don't know, either way, because it's a buffet, but we were there for less than like 10 minutes maybe? We were there for like maybe 10 minutes because it was inhale the food out because we needed to go to IKEA before it closed. Tata, welcome in, Tata. Hello. Hi, Raiders. Hi, Tata.
Wait.
I was trying to type, so I had my keyboard muted, but then I realized it was like I wasn't typing fast enough.
Lord, I've given up typing at this point. Also, Axel mentioned like being stopped for mouthwash. Yeah. And I just have to chime in that one of the times I left Vegas, I had bath salts. Like sealed. I know. You know where this is going, guys.
We're talking about the actual, like you went to Altea or Players or whatever.
Yeah, I've had other stationary friends who got stopped and got their bath salts confiscated as well, so I get it.
Yeah, no. Guys, we're talking about actual, honest to goodness, like put it in a bath.
Put in the bathtub.
And it foams up. Yes. Honest to God. Sealed from the store. And TSA freaking stole it from me. And they're like, this is unacceptable. Mine was sealed. And Prefect was traveling with me at the time. I don't know if he's in chat or not. But he had bath salts from the same spot that were not sealed. Like, that we had, like, put back together with prayer. He was totally fine. Mine got confiscated. I was so mad.
So they were selective about it. But also, the bath salts thing, I think, because I think it was Penguin's Creative, one of the stationary fellas, she was traveling, and I think she was in Japan or something, and then she was on the way back. But it was during the period of time where bath salts were street drugs as well. So her nice, fancy Japanese bath salts got confiscated. She was not happy about that.
I was mad about my $20 one getting confiscated. Like, they were telling me we can wait for the bomb squad to get here, and I'm like, what? My flight is in an hour. Like, I'm not gonna wait for the bomb squad. Like, it is totally sealed, but I've had some weird stuff confiscated by TSA. I've also had some weird stuff get through. So, like, you win some, you lose some, right?
The most annoying thing that was confiscated by TSA for me was a pocket tool that was TSA approved.
This is
what I have to say. to that agent, because this wasn't even in the US, this was in Singapore. That was $60. I was like, okay, can I mail it home then? Because that's like in Singapore airport, it's sort of like your security check is not so.
Yeah.
Singapore airport works a little bit different from a lot of other airports. I don't know if anybody else has been through the Singapore airport. When you're leaving Singapore, your security check is actually at your gate. It's not. It's not when you enter the departure area. You enter the departure lounge and everything. That's all the shops and everything. The security only happens at the gate. So when you go to the gate, that's where all the security checks are. There's no like giant security queue outside and everything. It's just at the gate itself. So you can have drinks and all that with you and all. When you are in the departure area, you have to discard them at the gate. So at each gate, they also have like envelopes and a mailbox for you to drop things off. If let's say, there's something that, last minute you realize you're not supposed to have this on you, you mail it out. So I was at security and they were like, you can't bring this. So I'm like, okay, so can I just mail it home? Because, I'm local, I'm Singaporean. Can I mail it home?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, and he yoinked it.
Yep.
And I'm willing to bet that item never got checked into whatever other lost and found or whatever situation they're supposed to go to, because that's actually a TSA approved that multi-tool. So the sharpest thing it had was a blunt pair of scissors that is, those tiny, like it was this big. So you fold out the tiny little scissors and it's like, it's useless for anything beyond.
I wish I had my knife on me.
So that got confiscated and I was so pissed off. And then and what made me even more pissed off was another time, pretty near to that trip, I was traveling again, and I forgot that I had a foldable pocket knife in my wallet. Because there's, I don't know if any of you know what a card sharp is. If you know what a card sharp is, I had a card sharp in my wallet. I usually carry that around. I use the card sharp as my pencil sharpener. So I usually have it in my wallet. And then that trip, because I think it was a last minute trip or something, so I was like, I had much shorter prep time and all, so I did not remove the card sharp from my wallet for that trip. The card sharp went through security, no issues.
Yep.
It was a card sharp is basically a naked blade on a piece of plastic that you can fold into a handle, for those that don't know. If you don't know, you can look it up on Google. I'm pretty sure you can still buy card sharps. So yeah, card sharp was fine. Even though that one, if I meant any harm to anyone, the card sharp would have done some damage. The TSA approved multi-tool would have done 0 damage. Like I said, you can cut a piece of floss maybe.
There's
always something
brand new. Mm-hmm. Okay, so TLDR, I'm one of those people that has issues with certain textures, and my body doesn't like the way they feel. And if I don't take care of it, the OCD that I have will drive me absolutely into a craze. Let's just call it that. Kind of like what you think of whenever somebody says, like, oh. Like, because I'm autistic, they're like, when you think of somebody when they say you're autistic, that's where I go. One of the things that I have to have is I cannot stand if my lips start feeling dry, like they're chapped feeling. It will put me into a autistic meltdown, to put it nicely. And we were flying one time within the United States, of course, because, I still ain't got a passport. And I had a brand new thing, like chapstick. Mm-hmm. It was just like brand new. I bought it for the flight. TSA freaking stole it.
What?
I had it in the the clear bag you're supposed to have for like your gels and liquids and stuff that you're supposed to put in. Had the approved bag, had everything good. They straight up just reached in there, yoinked it out, and threw it in the trash.
The fuck?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Like, I have never once put my
okay item
chapstick
to
in
have.
the little bag.
Oh, so here's the thing.
No.
Now keep in mind, I'm autistic and I take things literally in a lot of cases, and a lot of times I'm most of the time actually, not just a lot of times, I'm a stickler for the rules. So I was trying my best to be a good little fox and follow the rules. Since that time, I have never once put it in the bag, and if anything, I have them hidden throughout all of my carry-on luggage, because F that!
Yep.
Riot said you took a box cutter with those replaceable razor blades where you remove all the blades, that still wasn't enough and they yoinked it. She said you could put a blade in it and then it's a knife again. So, like, here's the other stupid thing, right? In terms of sharps and everything, depending on where you are, and this is why I've never brought my knitting or my crochet work to have in flight. If I bring it with me when I travel, it's in the check-in luggage. If it's not in check-in luggage, I'm not bringing it, because I have seen other people's knitting needles that are plastic, crochet hooks that are fully plastic or wood get confiscated. I'm like, ah. But then in the Nordics, apparently most people are like, yeah, we just bring it. So it's like, I don't know. And Axel says, UK airports, you're not allowed any sharps over 6 inches. It's not sharp. Have you met a crochet hook? Does this thing look sharp to you? I'm not talking about the toothpick micro crochet things. You know, the one I saw that people got confiscated was basically something like that, a big plastic one. And I was like, if they're gonna confiscate it, the tools I work with, they're metal. Because I like my hooks and needles metal. That's not flying, so I just put it in the check-in. If I'm bringing it with me, it's in check-in. Because, nah. In the US, they will confiscate not only your knitting needles, but they also have been known to crochet hooks. Yeah, So I've seen people get that taken. PT says you once got a TSA got a comb taken away because they said it was a weapon you could stab someone with when it isn't sharp enough to.
I mean, if we're gonna go with that mindset, at that point, like, none of us should ever fly because we're all sharp enough to be weapons. So someone could just pick us up and throw us, and right?
Yeah.
Right?
Have you
Brayden's gonna gouge an eye out.
I'm a cat. I will gouge. Also, the other thing is, I find it so funny that the crochet hooks get in trouble. This has never gotten in trouble. This holds 20 fountain pens. If you know what a fountain pen is, you know I can stab someone with that shit. Oh, I ain't gonna throw it, but I will absolutely stab someone if I have to with it. So, but you know, pens are fine. But everything else is like, you know, crochet hooks and all that is not allowed. And I think one time, and I still remember this when I was traveling for competitions one time, the entire team, they tried to confiscate all our hockey sticks because they were weapons. You're talking about like 20 girls traveling with our equipment, and the only thing they allowed was basically going to be the goalie bag with all the padding. And we were like, we are going overseas for competition. You really want to do this? So yeah, that was that. That flight did get delayed because, like I said, there was 20 of us.
I have to ask this, and I mean this not in a condescending, I mean this legitimately as I'm about to ask this question. Will you one day write a biography about the stuff that you've done? Because I feel like every time I think I know what you've done, like, you just bring up this random thing just like it's nonchalant. Like, oh yeah, by the way, when I was doing skydiving or like something like that, I'm just like, Nani?
What was it the last time? Right, the last time was I booped the giraffe on the snoot and I kicked the crocodile. That was the last.
Like, at this point, I'm just gonna say, Linda's not the only Miss Frizzle out there. I think Raven is also a Miss Frizzle, where like you just think you know things, but then like she just nonchalantly throws out the most crazy experience ever, like it's nothing, and it's just like, Oh, no, by the way, I went to the moon. And it's like, Nani?
I love this.
Look,
Saturn has it.
Remember we had that discussion in my chat while we were waiting for the NASA badge. I would have a full-on meltdown because I would be in a suit that's too warm for too long. I would be literal puddle inside the suit, and they'll have to drain the suit, and that suit's gone because it's now just full of a liquid can. It's not going to work. Like when I say meltdown in that situation, I mean literal. I will be liquid in there.
But Raven,
Cats climbing
cats are like a non-Newtonian fluid thing. Like they're liquid but also solid. So technically,
exactly. I would be liquid in the boots of the suit. They can't find the astronaut. If they try to send me to the moon, they put me in the prep and everything. Did you see how long the poor astronauts were sitting in their full suits? Like,
oh yeah,
I would be in there for 2 hours and I will be complete liquid in the boots and they can't find me anymore. Unless they tip the whole suit upside down and pull me out. Yeah. Literal
They'll just put you back in the freezer. They'll just put you back in the freezer for a few minutes like a melted chocolate bar and then like you'll be okay.
Just a little bit like slightly off,
just,
but like
squeezer,
still good.
Squeezer, leave her in the shape that she's in. Don't squeeze her, put her in the freezer.
Still usable.
Yeah, she'll freeze back in the shape of Raven. Give her a few minutes to cool off, and she'll be fine.
Axel says you shouldn't be allowed to fly because you have sharp mouth and some angles. You see, we are all sharps, so you're hyper focused on this cardigan. If your neighbors interrupt you, you will lose your mind. Go Axel, go Axel, go Axel, go Axel.
So I have.
I've had very weird stuff taken during TSA, but go ahead now.
I was going to say, we've been talking about like our negative experiences, but I want to know, since we're getting towards like, we're starting to wrap towards time, what is the funniest experience that you've had while you're traveling? I got one. I'll start us off since there's like collective silence. So, some of the funniest ones, like most of mine are like, my sense of humor is weird, okay? So like I find things funny that most people won't find funny. Like random person farting in the middle of the airport, just deafening, silent kind of thing. That makes me laugh. But like, yeah, I know I have the mentality of a 2-year-old when it comes to my sense of humor. But like, ironically funny, the funniest thing that I think I can remember that ever happened to me when I was traveling was when I was younger, okay? I met Riot like many moons ago. I was still traveling with still living with my parents, and we took a vacation up to Tennessee. And like, I lived in Georgia at the point, like I do now. So it was a good, like a full 10-hour plus drive, okay? And we went up there and we're like, oh, we're going to go stay in the mountains. It's going to be great. Nobody's going to know us. It doesn't matter if you fart in the parking lot because no one's going to see you. You're not going to see these people again. I kid you not. Right after this conversation was had with my mother, and my father was the one who farted in the parking lot. We walked in as we're having this conversation to a Wendy's to use the bathroom and to get something to eat. Lo and behold, guess who was sitting in that Wendy's? People from church that we knew.
Well, you can't fart now.
Yep. Because, we're going to hear about it next Sunday, that's for sure. Yep.
I don't know about funny incidents and all. I have a lot of bad experiences and a lot of nothing special about it experiences. I do have a habit of attracting crying babies on flights. So if you travel with me, I am sorry. It's not my fault. Apparently, crying babies like to travel with me, except for one time where the parents still wanted to bury themselves into the floor because baby was sitting in the seat in front of me. This was a very giggly baby. Baby decided to play peekaboo for 3 hours. With me. I might have encouraged it. So that was like...
I mean...
just constantly for 3 hours straight.
I'm just gonna tell you, I would
giggles.
take that over crying any day.
But that's why I was like, you know what? You are a giggly baby. You are a cackling baby. I'm gonna play with you so I don't get the usual crying baby. Because otherwise I get crying babies. So it's like, I'm gonna play with you since you wanna play with me. And then I just encouraged the playing, and the child was just cackling for 3 hours. And I'm pretty sure the parents were like, I mean, I guess it's better than that, but I think dad was the one that had to hold the baby. So baby was kind of like kicking him as they, tried to jump. I don't think dad was enjoying
I'm sure the parents ultimately still appreciated your contribution, because you gave that child entertainment. Yeah.
Yep.
PT says you on a trip to Disney World with your mother, you're going down, you say outside of the airport, 10 clowns coming out of striped limousine. Whoa. That would be an interesting one.
Yep.
Terrifying.
I would have immediately done an about face for whatever direction I was facing, and I would have gone back whichever direction was away from that.
But yeah, my good experiences traveling, like I said, most of the time it's meh, which is fine. But the better experiences are kind of like in the last couple of years. It's one of the things I like to do when I travel, especially when the weather's colder, or if I know the airports that I'm going to be going to and leaving are going to be cold. So like Singapore airport, Singapore's warm as hell. But once you get into boarding and everything, shit gets cold. Like it's like they just turned it down to freezing. So I would wear a hoodie, with the kangaroo pouch things. So Brenda has a lot of those. So previously,
you mean like this?
Yeah. So the kangaroo pouch hoodies, right? So Brenda, you are wearing one of Brenda's. So that's the thing, right? So I have the School of Chaos hoodie that I used to wear.
Yes.
Right now, that is the Space Train, the Quesonaut version. So that was the last one I wore. Both of these got some looks. So and I'm pretty sure the thing is, I don't remember which airport. It is one of the Nordic region airports. But when I was wearing the School of Chaos, I don't even go here. One time, TSA agent looked up, saw my hoodie, went, I'm pretty sure a jester works at TSA in one of the Nordic airports, because you are not going to do that unless you know that hoodie. Yeah. So own up whoever you are, because I know one of you is TSA in Nordic airports.
Speak up. We know you're here.
We know you're somewhere around here. And then this time, when I went to Finland, on the way back, an old lady, so we were waiting for our staff to go through the thing and everything. Little old lady, we started talking because it was there was a lot of stuff in front of us, so we were just standing there after, the body scan and all that. We were just standing there, and she just looked at my hoodie and she was like, that's a really cute hoodie. Did you make it? I was like, no, a friend made it. And we started talking a little bit, and she's like this 70-plus-year-old old lady. She's on her birthday trip and stuff and everything. And then after that, it's sort of like she got her stuff first, and then she went off. And then my stuff, as usual, one of the bags, my snacks bag needed a double check. So when I came out, she was already gone. Otherwise, I would have sent her the link to buy Brenda's hoodie. But she was like, "Oh my god, it's so cute! It looks so good." So those were some of the...
What's really funny is when I saw Baby No Money, one of the hoodies that he had looked almost identical to the School of Chaos one.
But that was like the color block one, right?
Yeah, I was like, I almost need this. And I almost wore the School of Chaos to be like, I'm blending in, guys.
Yeah. The one cool. I don't have the color block one. The one I have is the black one with the school crest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the older one.
I have the color block one, yeah.
I don't have the color block, mainly because I'm not the biggest fan of wearing a lot of colors, because that requires brain cells that I do not have when I'm putting clothes on. Like, who was it that I told that I was like, my entire wardrobe is just black? Or rather specifically, my tops My
I feel like it was me, but I feel like it was us.
Has been. Yeah, I think
Maybe
it was us.
Yeah, I think it was us.
Because
yeah.
basically, most of my t-shirts are black. My bottoms come in various colors. My pants are mostly black. Mainly because they are combat pants, so they are like khaki or navy blue or black. So I'm just gonna get the black ones. Easy. But then my skirts still all the color. My mom's like, why do you have boho skirts all the time? She's like, why are your skirts so colorful? So my skirts have all the colors. So if I'm wearing a skirt, because my skirts are so colorful, if my top is a different color, it's hard to match. But if all my t-shirts are printed and black based, any t-shirt works. I just take a t-shirt and I put the bottoms. So it's like I just take top, bottom, done. I have clothes on. So that's
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes. So even my hoodies, most of the time, even my hoodies follow that. So most of the hoodies I get are black based. So yeah, so that's kind of like one of the things. I do have a few colored ones now, but that's because of Pushin. Pushin just sends me colorful stuff, and I'm like, you are Pushin. I don't care anymore. I'm wearing that. But also I've been wearing mostly pants because cold, because Nordics. So pants go with any color because pants are all black. So it works.
Absolute vibe. Well, I think
look how far we've come.
Yeah.
From the original topic.
Yeah.
It's still on travel though. It's travel clothes.
And we're getting close to time. So final stories or notes. Anything to add, you wonderful, wonderful friends?
PT did have something in the chat. PT said that on that same trip to Disney World, on the way back, he saw coming out of a stretch Hummer limousine 6 Elvis impersonators stepping out outside the airport. So
that's too many.
10 clowns. On the way back, 6 Elvises.
I don't need to be anywhere near an airport when PD's traveling because I feel like I would end up with some weird PTSD from like seeing the clown car then to like that many Elvises. Or at that point, is it Elvi? Is that like the term? Is it like geese goose kind of situation? But for Elvis, it's just like one is Elvis, one is Elvi. Yeah. What's the technical English word?
I like Elvi.
It'll be Elvises though. I mean, there's been a lot of interviews with Elvis impersonators and all that. Maybe it's a good Elvin. Yes. But Axel,
I like Elvi.
Spain, do not wear all black. Why not, Axel? I don't know that one. I've been to Spain. I did wear all black because, like I said, my wardrobe is black.
I shop at Hot Topic. Guess what my wardrobe is?
Oh yeah, I used to shop at Hot Topic as well.
I still shop at Hot Topic.
Hot Topic has changed since I shopped there.
They changed back. They changed back. But it is the Hot Topic when we were kids.
But see, the problem is now that is the shipping and there's the post-not VAT and all of that. You know, I used to live elsewhere that did not include all of the extra surcharges. Oh, you died when you went to Spain at 42 degrees. Yeah, no. See, I was smart. I was in Spain during winter.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad was screaming and chasing after me and my baby brother because middle brother didn't go with us on that trip. Me and baby brother went on that trip, and both of us were like, yeah, shit, the jacket's too warm. So we abandoned the outer puff jacket that my parents made us wear, and we were running around with long sleeves. Like we had t-shirt and an under long sleeve, -1, and the two of us were like off. And my parents were like, how are you not freezing? And we were like, we young? Goodbye.
And on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this week. We will return back to our normal schedule of the third Thursday of the month, as far as I know, for next month's podcast.
Are we? I was like, are we?
If not, you know what? Check our Discord. Somebody will put on there what we're doing.
It's the last Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had
the whole discussion because
graduations are happening
was
next
it your
month.
niece or your nephew was having graduation?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. You know what? Hey, it's 9. It's almost 10 o'clock. My brain has gone out the window. I've done customer service all day. My brain's like,
well, your little fox has that whole look.
I love it.
Yeah, my brain went burr. Speaking of
plans to
burr,
travel to UK, do not come in the summer. Axel, I ain't going nowhere in summer. I'm staying at home and I'm turning my AC to 18 degrees. And I'm staying indoors.
Yep.
so
not going anywhere.
Speaking of, I'm bringing
Now
it back.
it's been
Speaking of burr, what do y'all say that we raid Barley the Burr and get the heck out of Dodge?
Are we doing this again?
Yes, let's go raid Barley.
Are we doing Barley?
I want to go to bed. I will raid
Okay.
in a heartbeat. I have no Care Bears. Or
Fine.
I guess I would have a Care Bear. I guess I would have a Care Bear because he's a furry. So I guess at that point, I would have a Care Bear.
Guys, we're going to somewhere that is
Do y'all know
very
Liam?
18 plus.
Wait, do y'all know Liam, the guy who does cooking and stuff and likes beans on TikTok? Because Bali's trying to get him to do a stream with him, so maybe we can help. Just you know, by we I mean everyone go to Liam and tag Bali, and then everyone go to Bali and tag Liam, that kind of stuff. That could work. Are we absolutely sure we want to rate Bali? Because there are a few options. Because
you said burr, so we can pick somebody else, but you said burr. And my brain was like, well,
the big bean shit. We need Bali to do a stream with Dylan Hollis. See, Bali has not said he wanted Dylan. But the thing is, Liam has been making content with Dylan Hollis recently. So if we can get Liam onto Bali's stream, maybe we can get Dylan along with Liam to Bali's stream. See? So, okay, you know what? Let's go. Let's go to Bali. I actually prepared a raid call for us.
Okay.
Check
out Raven. All right, I'm hitting the raid thing on my end, so I'm putting in raid now.
Yeah,
Don't do that. I don't know how to do the buttons.
Of course, I put his username in wrong.
Yeah, so I'm going to rate Maenah out first because
help.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because everything I do is always on fire, Chad.
Yeah.
But thank you all for being with us this week. Thank you to everybody.
Okay.
Thank you to our mods, and special thanks to special mod Riot for stepping in last minute. Love you all, everyone. I hope everybody has a good rest of your week. We're going to go ahead and raid out shortly. See you all next month and around the internet. Bye.
Okay, bye.